Don't do- don't do- don't do-
The countdown makes it too easy.
What's sad is I have to leave that in just to like
Greetings.
to absolutely shock value people. Everybody, this is Alan Canvas. He's been on here a couple of times, usually foolish, but I wanted to get a little bit introspective, if you will, with this man.
Ooh.
Because offline we talk deep, but I've talked deep with a lot of other guests on here, and with Alan's always foolish, and I feel like that's a disservice to you guys and to me.
Yeah,
Him, but to me too.
Hold on. Let's for the record. This man said, "Hey, brother, I want to do a video with you." Gives me the worst setting. We're outside in a park. I get hoed. Everybody else gets studio time.
That one was pretty bad.
But you know what? Started from the bottom. Now
we're here. Look at that. Now you see
Beautiful.
progression.
You know, but that's a real homies support real homies. You know
real talk. And that was so cold that day too. And we were just like shivering with talking in the mics and stuff. And we just talked about my own random content the entire. I didn't even get to talk to you about anything about you. So this is like,
you selfish bastard.
This is this is making up. This is making up for that. But yeah, we talk offline. We talk pretty deep offline, and so I wanted to bring that to the podcast. And you know, we talk about futures a lot. We talk about like what we want to do, what are we planning to do, etc. But I kind of wanted to take it back a little bit. What have you been grateful for lately?
Truthfully speaking, me and you kind of went into this question the other day, but I want to say mostly the people I have in my circle around me, my job, and then my cats.
Cats.
No, there's all three of those, and then just everything that's still feeling me to this day, which is like a curiosity to learn something new. I think that's something I'm really grateful for. So just all those things combined, my family, my job, and then hopefully with the job thing, we keep moving up from here. Hopefully a better job and a new job, which essentially leads to more freedom,
right?
Or a more satisfied living. And then also my pets and the curiosity to keep doing something new, which is right now trying to get into MMA.
Right.
Shout out to Tress, who's gonna kick my ass here soon in the future.
Oh, he's just doing like a one-on-one?
We're gonna try and do sparring at some point. Or not sparring. Hold on. Not sparring. Tress is a fucking certified dangerous killing machine. I'm just starting from the ground here.
So he is training you, and he's gonna you the way.
He's gonna sensei me. He's gonna.
I see.
He's gonna wax on, wax off me. Is that hold on? Is that racist?
If he actually does make you wax on, wax off type shit, I'll be so.
I'll be like, hey, yo,
fence, come free labor on the weekend.
That would suck.
But
yeah,
you know, you had said something in the past about being able to using this as a way to increase your handling of confrontation, keep you calmer in the face of confrontation. And I have a buddy of mine who actually took up, I think it was boxing this year. I went a couple of sessions, and he said, honestly, I do feel just much more like prepared for anything, because once a guy punches you in the face, what else is there? Because like you're always afraid of being punched in the face in real life, but once a guy does it in sparring and you already know how it feels,
what more?
What else is there, really?
I'll tell you this. I've always wanted to selfishly sleep somebody. When I say sleep, I mean
and then you just
But the inverse is also true. You cannot want to do that and then never expect that that's going to happen to you, right? So in the event that I get slept, I promise you, Arsh, the day I get slept and I wake back up from that slumber, I'm getting back on Discord, I'm calling you, and you're gonna see a newfound confidence in me that will that will let me do anything I need to do. I've been slept. I've hit rock bottom. There's nothing more that's called shake me.
Can we just come and sleep you now so you can just start that right now? Like, why wait? Like, let's just let it happen right now.
That is true. That's true. That is true.
That'd be so funny. I just get a call from Canvas. Yo,
man.
Somebody slept me the other night. You slept with somebody? No, somebody slept me the other night. And yo, that website you were talking about, let's do it. Rec Center right now, let's do it. Like, what I can do anything in life. I have a new lease on life. I'm gonna be like, Canvas, you need to go to bed.
I've been to bed. I got slept.
I've been sleeping. I'm awake now.
I've been in bed. I'm alive now. No.
I agree. Like, I've been wanting to do one for years, and I've never given myself the time to do so. And I just couldn't find the right one. And I feel like I fall into this trap a lot of, I mean, a lot of people also probably do this, but waiting for like the right one or not, and just not doing it at all until the right time comes along or the right moment. I wanted to learn Qigong for years, but I realized I was going to be such a lifelong endeavor that I was like, do I really want to start Qigong right now? And, I was looking into like Taekwondo because I love the fact that I have long legs, and I would like to use my legs more than my hands. Like, I'm
kickboxing ass motherfucker.
Yeah, like I want to be. I love the leg tricks and leg moves that people do even more than their hands. But I was like, okay, but then I gotta find a good Taekwondo instructor, and I don't know any that are around me, and I don't want to do get into like a scam of somebody trying to teach me like fucking Kung Fu art number 57 that isn't real, and it just doesn't help me, and I'm just paying somebody to like scam me or whatever. So I've been hesitant on those ends, but I feel like because I've been hesitant, I just haven't done anything. And I think I want to start doing things again. Now, will that take time away from all the content and the other stuff that I'm doing? Yes. So I have to be a little bit careful. I've been having this thought recently that, well, I guess before I tell you the thought, I wanted to ask you, do you feel like there's a difference in the moments where you're just by yourself talking to people online, virtually, whatever it is, versus in the moments when you are online more, but you have a little bit of in-person human interaction? Like, do you feel like different in those respects?
I used to, not anymore. I think in the past I used to kind of get tripped up from it because somehow, some way after the pandemic, I just kind of like was not socializing on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays, not so much. And I think that's partly to do with being off of social media. And so like my human interactions are a lot more intentional right now, and I feel like I'm able to kind of keep that present mindedness going.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's really annoying that you like get off of social media every now and then, only because like I just want to send you shit and I can't. On Instagram and stuff or whatever, and I'm like, oh, I used to like looking at the random dance clips that Alan put up there on Instagram, and now they're not there anymore because he's a little bitch and went off of Instagram for his mental health.
everyone has shitted on me for making this move. I'm like, damn, no, I'm just fucking with y'all. But I get that. I get it.
But that's just a fan of me talking. The actual friend of me is like, you definitely. I mean, good on you for doing that. I just deleted Twitter off my phone this year.
Really?
Yeah, finally.
I heard Twitter just became like a porn website.
It really is just so many OnlyFans bots and everything everywhere.
Damn.
And like the stuff that pushes is
that a form of hustling,
Arsh? Huh?
Is that a form of hustling?
What?
When OnlyFans bots? Like, would you say that's like a testimony to the hustle?
Yeah. I mean, it's just a lot of like, it's just a lot of like people that are like, they look real online, but they're not, right? Like you have and now you have with like,
it's fake
with AI and stuff. Like, a
lot
of the times, like
we don't like that.
There are some AI creators out there now that like Um, there's that new like AI R&B artist. There's been a lot of like AI, you know, pictures and stuff like that online. But it's more so like even worse than that. It's the culture of Twitter right now on your For You page. If you go to your following tab, like
Mm-hmm.
I'll like if I get on Twitter, I get on it on my computer to either post things or just like see what people are doing on Twitter that I don't follow anywhere else. And on my For
Right.
You page, it's just a lot of like quote tweet rage bait, um, or OnlyFans people or cosplaying and things like that. That's
I
or
wouldn't be able to do it,
mixed
man.
in with a little bit of the people that actually follow.
I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't be able
Um,
to do it.
and I was able to get through it for so long because I was pretty. I think around last year I got a little bit more intentional of like not interested, not interested. Don't show me shit like don't show me shit like this. But it gives you a variant of that shit every time, to where it's really hard to. It is hard to filter that. Now, if you just go to the following tab, like just the people you follow, I'll do that nowadays, and I'm like, this is so nice. It's literally just the people I follow. I never see this stuff on my For You page. And also, if you stick to the following tab and people aren't active, there's nothing else
Mm-hmm.
new to look at. So you just get off the app or get off the website and then just go to your other thing. There's nothing
Okay.
keeping you there.
Yeah.
Um, but Instagram, I think what's the issue is that because I got rid of TikTok, my new scrolling thing has just been now TikTok. Or,
TikTok.
oh, sorry, I got off of Twitter, and so my new scrolling thing has now been TikTok, and so that's been good and bad. Because I find myself scrolling on there too. I've been trying to
Mm.
like reduce that. Um, which is like now I just like schedule all of my videos out in bulk and then try not to like open the app except for like 3, 4 times a day to check on notifications, comments, share things to the story, like that kind of stuff, like any sort of
Right.
engagement, and then try and get off of it for scrolling. But I've noticed
See,
that like it's just not good.
that part is relatable because at my job, there's too much downtime. Like
Mhm.
when I was on social media, it was still segueing into my library job, and I hadn't realized how much downtime I was gonna have. So it got to a point to where, like, for these 8-hour shifts, like 6 hours of it, I was just doing this.
Mhm. Damn.
And yeah, nah, bro, 6 hours.
6 whole hours of that.
So get that 6 hours, 40-hour work week, 5 days in a row.
30 hours quick math.
Oh, that boy good. I'm
Mhm.
a horrible at math, so thank you for the quick maths. But nah, that shit just it just I feel like uh and I'm sure you probably have a question for this later, but the whole social media thing, consuming it that much, I don't think anyone knew the adverse effects that it was gonna have. Our generation was experiencing it firsthand, like
Mhm.
as in real time as it's happening.
Mhm.
So it got to a point to where I couldn't hear anything on the inside of my inner voice, like in terms of
Mhm.
creativity
Yep.
or even like alertness in like my interpersonal relationships, like
Mhm.
there was just no attention. And then not only that, like the bandwidth for conversations, replying back to messages, to just even work emails, like bro, I just felt like
Yeah.
exhausted from all the scrolling and
Yeah.
shit.
Do you know why? Have you looked into why you have that effect on why it has that effect on you? Um, w I wanna ask you why do you think before I tell you?
I want to assume that it has something to do with taking up bandwidth.
Mhm.
Like I don't know if that bandwidth is like a social thing, or like I'm getting my socialness through the scrolling and I'm just like constantly digesting it, and it's making my brain exhausted and fatigued so that when real life stuff happens, I'm just not there for it. I'm
Mhm.
still I'm still deep in the trenches of scrolling, like that's where
Yeah.
my brain is at.
So
But
there's a
yeah,
few things. So the reason why you feel like you can't do anything or you feel so tired and like you don't want to do anything afterwards is because so you're right on the bandwidth part, but it's more so like emotional, like bandwidth.
emotional damage.
It's emotional damage. Shout out Uncle, whatever the fuck his name is.
Uncle.
It's so the way that and I would if you haven't checked out his content, Healthy Gamer GG, Ashok, Dr. K,
He's good. I like that guy.
Very good. So this is where I understood this explanation from, and he says, we only have so much emotional bandwidth to use in a day. And normally you would have like slow rises and decreases of emotional like peaks, whether like something we talk to somebody about makes us like feeling a little bit low or whatever it is, and you talk with somebody and you sit in that lowness or it kind of comes up to a flat line. Over like the 8 hours of the day, you kind of have a slow rise and fall of your emotional state, whether it's excitement, laughter, joy, anger, upsetment, whatever it is, right? But it's over 8 hours, 10 hours, a full day, whatever it is. But what
Right,
social
right.
media does is because we're in the attention and the emotional capturing or emotional baiting landscape, what social media does is it takes that entire like process and crams it into a 60 second, 2 minute 30-second video, right? So in one 10-minute, 5 minutes sitting on social media and you scroll through like 5 videos, you've had 5 different points of emotional peaking, valleying, etc. Something makes you feel sad, immediately something makes you feel happy, immediately something makes you feel angry, immediately something makes you feel like resentful, jealous, envious, whatever it is. Um, and so we're not equipped to handle such rapid emotional like changes like that. And so it exhausts you immediately. Like after you're done, you're just like, that's why on days when you just like pig out at home and you just like watch anime or you watch stuff or you're just always on your phone the entire day, you're like, why am I so tired? I've done nothing today. But that's why you're tired, is because all you've been doing is emotionally like stimming yourself through that. And it's just exhausted you for the rest of the day. As opposed
I
to
can see that. I can see that.
right? And as opposed to when on your days off, when you go like you go to the gym and you go do errands, and then you come home and you're like, oh, I still have a good amount of energy and I got a lot of done today. Why is that? Right? Because
Right.
emotionally you were pretty good, moderate the entire day. You were physically moving, physically keeping yourself busy. If you're listening to music, music is good because it lasts 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, whatever it is, and it keeps you in a specific state. So it's not as like emotionally like stimming you. So that's one reason. So that's why you feel tired. And then what was the other thing we were talking about with content? It was like there I guess there was one more thing I wanted to say about that, and as of right now, I can't recall it. Um,
We'll circle back.
yeah, we'll circle back to that, but that's the big reason why you're like, um oh, it was what was it? 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 Oh, it's right there. It's right there. It's right there. Where is it? Where is it? It's right there. The reason why you should get off. So there's what you were saying about our generation having grown up with social media and stuff. This new Gen Z and Alpha, they're actually unplugging a lot more too. Like a
Really?
lot of people are unplugging from media specifically because of this issue of like there's so much rampant um just attention grabbing stuff online that it does make you, oh, it was a numbing. Yes. It makes you numb.
See
That's like second effect.
now that I can see because uh or not that I can see everything else, but that I have felt
Mhm.
because at a certain point I'm gonna reference a Frank Ocean song where he mentioned something called gray matter. And I felt like it got to a point to essentially where I was becoming gray matter.
Mhm.
I couldn't feel, I couldn't hear my own like inner thoughts. And it made me less colorful and it made the way I look at the world less colorful.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
big
Yeah.
time. So what'll happen is like, and the reason why I feel that so viscerally now is um I was trying to figure out like why am I so anxious all the time? But I'm not doing anything. Why do I not want to do anything? Why do I spend so much time scrolling and not doing things I want to do? And so what social media has allowed us to do is like numb any sort of like bad feelings. So like if you have a feeling of I need to do this thing today and I really don't want to, you go on social media and start scrolling. It'll like make you forget about how anxious you felt about that thing. It'll also suck up the entire time that you had to do that thing that would have reduced the anxiety also. And you're just like, okay, now I just feel kind of bleh and I'm gonna like gray matter my way through the day. It's also why like when you come home from work and you're like, I'm so tired, let me just go on social media. And then you spend the rest of the evening on social media and then you go to sleep. And then you wake up the next morning, you go to work you're so tired, you come home, but you don't know what to do with that tiredness, right? Like if you had come home and be like, okay, I'm tired, but I should go cook. I'm tired, but I should go clean something. I'm
Right.
tired, but let me go run these errands, etc. Then you come home and you're like, okay, I feel accomplished, and I'm going to bed.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
I've there's been a couple of times when I've like had like conversations with Ayushi where we haven't resolved our differences or what are we talking about, and so I felt in like that specific night, I was like, I can't wait for the morning to stim a little bit and like get rid of this feeling.
Right, right, right,
And
right.
when that hit, I was like, holy shit, that's what's happening is every time I'm bored from work, working from home, I'll go to my second monitor and play YouTube and distract myself from this feeling of I don't like what I'm doing. I'm not enjoying what my work is. It's not fulfilling. I'm anxious. I'm stressed. Let me go lower that feeling on the side through distractions,
Mhm.
sink a lot of time into there, and then get really like stressed out because I have to like finish this task in like 30 minutes when I initially had 2 hours to do it. And then I'm rapidly doing that task, getting it done. And then I'm like, oof. Um, is he okay?
That's kids outside my
Oh, I thought it was
door.
your cats like meow like mewing or something.
That's like, bro, this mic is too good. This is a government made mic, bro.
It might be
I
a government
promise.
made mic.
This mic can pick up everything.
It
That's
really
literally
can. It's
outside.
crazy.
And I got the gain twisted all the way down low.
It's crazy.
This Riverside is amazing.
Shout out
You should
Riverside.
shout out
Um,
Riverside.
but yeah, and so like I feel like what's happening is like we're choosing to instead of confronting our feelings and like taking action to help reduce them, which would be in the ways of I feel not very confident. I feel like I have low self-esteem. I feel like I want to work on my confrontation, things like that. Let me go do a class and build
Yeah.
up my skills. Instead, it's I don't like the way I'm feeling. Social media, social media. Let me go look at hot people online. Let me go look at let me go look at uh why what let me go look at the world's problems and make myself feel either even angrier or happier or whatever it is and not take care
Mm,
of my own problems because I'm now projecting myself into the world and thinking, well, I don't need to work on my own problems. I'll just share a post of the world's problems instead on my Instagram and that'll make me feel better.
yeah.
What have you
Yeah.
done? You know? Like
Yeah.
what
Yeah. Yeah.
action have you brought about by doing that really? You've done nothing for yourself.
Yeah.
Um but that's like a big thing with social media now.
In addition to it, we'll just keep the conversation rolling with it. Um, also think it's important to be bored every once in a while.
Yeah.
More often than people realize, than I realize. Uh, because I think in that boredom was where I found some of my most deepest like creativity.
Mhm.
But if I'm constantly hearing stuff, which I have a bad habit with,
Mhm.
I've gotten off social media. I still got my fix, y'all. I'm still on YouTube and watching like
Mhm.
streams and shit. But I think it's just important to be intentional at this
Mhm.
point. And I think that's been kind of the silver lining for this part of my life is just trying to be more intentional with my decisions, with what I like digest, and just what I consume on physical, like food and social media wise, or like internet wise, you know?
Yeah. No, I feel that. And no,
Mm-hmm.
what you what it's crazy, yeah, you said about the boredom thing, because that is a big thing. I've seen a lot of commentary on, like, people don't know how to be bored anymore. And, you know, like, the whole, like, concept of, like, "Oh, I just, like, raw dogged a 2-hour flight." No, you just didn't listen to anything to distract yourself from your own thoughts for a 2-hour flight. Like, everybody else has
Is that a
done and
flex? Because
people
if you
people say it as a flex. I mean,
is that a I rock dog a two
like,
hour
and
flight?
by
That
raw dogging it, yeah, it's like I don't have anything in my ear playing, I'm not reading anything, I'm just sitting there, just, like, staring into the distance with myself,
I
and
mean, that's
that freaks a lot of people out.
I can see how that would freak somebody out. I could see that. That's a cool flex though.
Yeah,
I now I'm man, I'm still that. I'm gonna say
mhm.
that.
Well, okay, so
I just raw dog my Lyft driver. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, wait,
hey,
hey,
yo,
oh,
whoa,
wait,
whoa, whoa, hey,
wait
whoa,
a
whoa, whoa,
minute.
whoa, 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 whoa,
God, fucking damn it, shit, God damn it.
um, verbiage canvas, wordplay. You need some less stimming and more on the word of the day nonsense now.
I just raw dog. I can't believe I would raw dog my Uber. Oh, this still don't work. It still don't work.
I have I did that yesterday. So I had a 2-hour drive to 2.5-hour drive to Baltimore. And so I finally played a podcast that I've been wanting to listen to since like May of this year, and I never did because I was like, I don't think I'm ready for whatever this podcast is going to talk about right now. But yesterday I felt ready, so I played it. It was Chris Williamson and Neville Rubicon. Great podcast, but it's like 3 or 4 hours, something like this. It's like a long one. Um, and so I would get to points, and I started to feel in my head where I'm listening to something and I'm like engaging with it, and at some point I just keep engaging with it, and I like bury my own thoughts. I can keep listening to the podcast because there's times when like when you hear something, it makes you think and you tune out what you were listening to, right? Which is what you want. I want to like be able to think through things, but if I tune them out and listen to and think about my own thing, then I just miss what they said for the past like 5 minutes. So like I would stop thinking and just try and focus on the podcast, and I can feel in this part of my head over here like a little bit of aching of like you're really forcing something right now.
Right.
And so that would signal me to like, okay, you need to figure something else out. And that would come around like the 15, 20, 30-minute mark. Sometimes it's a 45-minute mark depending on what it is. And what I did was like at the end of the drives there and back for the last 20 minutes of the drive, I would turn off the podcast and
Raw dog that shit.
be raw dog 20 minutes with like some like road like the sound of my car's engine and me. That's it. Because my car's loud as fuck now because it's old. So like the sound of my car, my engine, and my thoughts. But what that does is like because the podcast made me like stim so fucking high and like gave me all these life lessons and truths and things to think about, that those 20 minutes brings me at least back down to like a baseline. Like now I feel normal again.
Yeah.
And I realized I had to do that, which is like an interesting realization now. And if you had told me, Arish, I think you should try doing this thing, I would have never done it because I never would have had the reason to until I experienced it myself.
Yeah.
Like you should take time off. Like in a 45-minute podcast, you don't have to listen to all 45 minutes at once. Listen to like 10, 15 minutes. You're thinking about something, pause it, think about what you wanted to think about, and then play it again.
Yeah.
When you're like when you've worked through your thoughts of it, etc. Right?
Right.
And that's been cool. That's been interesting. But the social media numbing thing is insane. And I guess I wanna piggyback off that for you. Now you're off Instagram. You're really off both social media. You're doing your own thing.
Mm-hmm.
I have a bone to pick with you.
Sure. Hit me.
So we're gonna pick it on here. I was upset when I was happy for you when you got your new job because now
Okay.
we're both a 9 to 5 buddy broskies,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm happy that you have a much more like freedom and relaxedness in your life.
Okay.
Only reason I was upset is because I always loved our morning chats. Obviously, when we were on Discord, I
Oh
was working from home
man.
and stuff, and you were at home. I loved
Yeah.
like when you were like, "Oh yeah, I just in the morning or in this afternoon when I would be working, you could go to the tennis court and do a kettlebell workout or a kettlebell workout at home, or do your dips at home, or go dance or whatever." Like
Yeah.
you were active in the days and the time that I wasn't. And so it would like get me mentally like primed after work to be like, ooh, yes, I want to go be active now too.
Yeah.
And so I would like, I realized that I was relying on you to influence the way the behaviors that I wanted, as opposed to simply doing the behaviors that I wanted in the first place. I was relying on your like experience to influence me and motivate me to go do something. And so when that stopped, I was like, man, now what do I have to look forward to in a sense, I felt a
Yeah.
little bit of that.
Yeah.
Um, but that has coupled itself with I just also lost the thrill of movement. And so I was like, okay, I can't rely on anybody to make me thrilled about movement again though. Because the same people who used to motivate me in the past just don't. But that's not because they don't motivate me, it's because I'm just mentally not there
Yeah.
anymore.
I can see.
I got back into anime, watching anime. So yesterday I watched the entire 12 episodes of Kaiju number 8 season 2 in the morning. And
Kaiju number 8 is really good.
It is really good.
It's really good.
And I
like
need action anime, action manhwa, and manga to like stim my brain into like wanting to work out. So like afterwards, as I was getting ready to leave, I just hit like some static holds on the floor and shit. And I was like, fuck yeah. I'm ready for the day.
Yeah. Fuck
but like I wouldn't do that if I hadn't watched those things, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to like go back to those to find them again.
That's relatable because I used to like I think when I was trying to lose a lot of weight before COVID, I would watch a lot of motivational videos as I would work out. Like it could be fucking David Goggins screaming in my ear, "Who go carry the boats? Who go carry the logs?" So shit like that. And it'll make me do like 2 more sets of whatever I was doing. It was great. And ironically, going back to what you were saying before, a lot of people actually have kind of hit me up and be like, "Bro, I miss your videos on the tennis courts. I dance on a tennis court now because of you." I'm like, keep it going. Just keep it going, man. Like, I think for you and for anyone else who might feel similar, like you guys already know the mission. It's a lifelong thing, and there's no timestamp to it per se. Just keep it going, man. Because that's what I'm doing. I'm pretty much the same as you, bro. Trying to keep I wouldn't even say I'm like really dancing all that much nowadays, but there are times and moments and pockets where you just pull the trigger. You say, I got to do it. Whether it's a workout, whether it's a static hold on the floor, some dips or kettlebells, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get to it. And you do it. You do it. And then, I mean, you already know, like rewiring your daily habits, it gets to a point to where it's like, oh, I don't feel good if I didn't do it. You know? So.
Yeah. I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Well, based on that, based on the new things you're doing, the things that you're continuing to doing,
Mm-hmm.
who are you trying to become?
This still me. Um, who am I trying to become? I guess I don't know if I have like a good answer on that. I can only really say me, but I feel like that's a dumb answer to say that. But I guess
I think that's a good answer because somebody would have said somebody else. I'm trying to become like
it
this
could be.
person or whatever it is, but you have a good self identity. To be honest with you, like you know who you are. You're just trying to become a better version of yourself, or you're just trying to continue being yourself.
Right, and it's just a refinement of it. Like, who am I trying to become? A man who's better at like talking, a man who's better at confrontation, a man who's better at understanding his own art, a man who's better at paying bills on time, like a man who's better at buying his cats kibbles when they need it so they don't throw up in the middle of the night. Like I can't say I'm trying to become anything super grandiose. Not in this patch of life. Not and that's not to say that like I don't want to, but I believe in the mindset of this a better refinement one time at a day or one day at a time, 1%, one step, So just a better me.
I want to take us on a tangent and just let you know that I was out with my wife the other night, and we were
Are you ashamed?
in Philly, and I saw a guy, and I really wish in this moment that I had those like glasses that have cameras on them, so I could just like snap a picture incognito and it's like keep walking. I saw a guy that I shit you not, that I was like, this is Canvas in 20 years with wrinkles on his face.
He looked like me.
Straight, not even in a racist way, like legit, just like you look.
You
like
say all Asian people look like
you, big man. Like no. I legit, I think I stared at him for like a good like 5 to 10 seconds. I kept like doing like double takes, like look at him because I was like, it freaked me out because like, why is Canvas here? And then I looked at him and I was like, this motherfucker just looks like Canvas with wrinkles.
I wish you would have. take a picture next time. I don't care if you get in trouble or some shit. Take a
It's
picture next time.
so fucking funny.
You know,
That's the man who you gonna be.
you know, you know how okay, audience doesn't know this, you know this, but when I play video games, what is my typical character?
The old man.
And the old man. So funny enough, when Akira Toriyama died, Dragon Ball Z creator, uh Kevin Middleton hit me up and he was like, "Bro, you look exactly like him." And I don't know. I'm not gonna put that for me, but he said that. And then I get 3 other messages that day saying, "Bro, you look exactly like this motherfucker." Let me pull up a picture. Well, I'll do it later. But yeah, I look like old Asian men. Is my point to that.
To be fair, this man's only in his late 20s. Like he hasn't hit 30 yet.
The guy that you were looking at?
No, you.
Oh, yeah, me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just
So
aging fast.
he
I got
just, he
that
just
Benjamin Buttons and shit.
the older Canvas gets, the older he looks, but like not in a good way.
Not in a good way,
You
bro.
look like 10 years older than you actually are.
I got that Obama in office effect.
Oh my god, the graying. Oh my god. I would actually, if I ever had the opportunity to talk to a politician, I would ask
That would
them
be
like,
a sick
so
podcast.
so are you prepared for your hair to turn gray so rapidly in the next term that you're here? Like how prepared are you to lose your hair?
That'll be, I feel like, man, that's gonna be any president moving forward for the
Yeah.
US. I
It is,
promise you
yeah.
that.
Well, I'm like, shout out to him, Zoran Mamdani, new mayor of New York City,
That shit was big. That
and
shit was big.
big for us. But in my brain, I was like, this is where the thought came from. I was like, I wonder how he's gonna look in like the next, like throughout his term. Like, is he gonna look like he's aging like very rapidly and look much more decrepit, or is this new energy and these like young 30-year-old politicians and leaders of our generation,
More equipped.
are they mentally and physically more equipped to like not have that rapid aging process hit them because of all the stresses and the concerns and just the overall like what's required of the job, you know?
You know, that'd be interesting to do like a live study on, because you know, I think it'd be cool to see if like you could just document that and see what kind of like practices you could do to kind of counterbalance it.
Mhm.
Because imagine if like Obama had like, I don't know, granted, there's just so much shit going on. I'm sure he probably didn't even have time to do personal shit.
Mhm.
But if he had like a coach trainer that like, hey bro, come on, it's time to get in the gym.
Yeah.
It's time to like, knock out some of that stress.
Yeah, I mean, I do think they I don't know. I would have to like look at his memoir, like his books and like his
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
recording and stuff.
Yeah.
But I would think that you would understand at that age, especially because a lot of the presidents are in the latter half of their life. A lot of our like politicians, mayors, governors, Senate representatives, they're like in their 30s and 40s, etc.
Right,
Like
right.
once you're older in that age, you kind of understand. You should understand. Like, okay, I need dedicated activity in my day, whether it's but like not just like dedicated activity, like actually strenuous activity that's like
Right.
stressing your body. Because like, you know, it's a very stereotypical thing, but like anytime you see Indians in a new community or anytime you go like, I will see people walking, and I'm like, that's probably motherfucker's an Indian. I drive closer, it's a fucking Indian.
God
Like
damn.
like 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 old Indian uncle and aunties, like they just go out on their evening walks,
They love walks,
morning
bro.
walks. Like
They love
like
walks.
they don't necessarily work out, lift weights, but they just walk, right? And that's like the lowest impact thing you can do in terms of physical activity. But I think that's not enough. Actually, I think it's like it's good for other things, but if you want to like actually keep yourself healthier, I think you need to add a little bit more strain to it. Whether it's walking a little bit faster, walking a little bit longer, walking mixed with something else. But yeah, I think a lot of these people who we put in power their days are just swamped by so many things that I don't know how much emphasis or importance they put to their physical health. Because I am of the camp of people who think a leader should be imposing, not just with what they say, but with how they present themselves. And if my leader is dying in front of me, getting older and older and older, I'm concerned.
Right.
Right.
It's
But
even
if
more concerning if they're not taking any like
any care of
counteractive
themselves
meds.
and
Yeah,
things like
yeah.
that. So that's why I would be so interested to seeing like these new people. Because I mean, have you? How many times have you heard a CEO talk about, I have this morning routine and I have this dedicated like hour and a half to my physical fitness, and then and in the morning I check my emails, and then in the I only do like deep work only like 3-4 hours a day, and the rest of the day is XYZ.
Just keep moving.
Well, I think we can, for the sake of my camera, um, let's let's go towards a good spot. I wanted to talk to you about next year,
Okay.
a bit closer in. You know me, I don't like New Year's resolutions. I like mottos.
Yeah. Okay.
So I have 2 questions for you.
Okay.
So the first thing is, what's your motto for next year? And the second thing is, what are you hoping to accomplish next year?
My motto for next year is probably going to be the same motto that I developed in the later half of this year, which is
Mhm.
just to be more intentional. That's like I mentioned earlier, that's kind of been my saving grace. I I think I was living in a state. This is before. I think I was living in a state where I was just like day-to-day reactive living.
Mhm.
Or, whatever was on the plate, wasn't really planning for no future, was just like taking it one day in that moment at that time for whatever it was. And
Mhm.
I think that could be great for some things, but in the long haul where I'm trying to grow, I need to be intentional
Mhm.
with my money, with how I speak, with who I'm talking to, where I spend my energy, what
Mhm.
I'm doing. All these things need to be better. And the only way
Mhm.
for me to do that is to think about why, what is it, and just the intentionality of it all. So
Mhm.
that's gonna be the motto for, what's it, 26?
Yes,
God
sir.
damn, we getting fucking old. What the fuck? 26? God damn, 2026. And then what was this part B of the question?
What are you hoping to accomplish next year,
Oh, easily. We're gonna pay off the credit card debt,
gang?
gang. Bro, getting past uh the interest rate on my gangster card. I call it a gangster card because that's the entry Capital One card that they give out to anybody. Fucking
Mhm.
interest on that is crazy. I bought one iPad. I bought one iPad, and I probably could buy 3 iPads over now by the amount of interest I fucking paid. It's
Man, I'm so
crazy.
sorry.
I
I'm
know.
so sorry.
It's regard whatever. Look, listen, we're gonna knock it out the park. So
Hell yeah.
that's already coming down to an end. I'm hoping to accomplish new hobbies. So I want to get into mixed martial arts. I want to dive deeper into my already existing hobbies. This time for real, whether it be with game streams or clips. Yeah. Um,
You guys don't know this. I've been on Canvas's fucking ass
everyone,
for the whole past 2 years, trying to be like, all of this dumb shit you're doing in call could just be
what it is.
recorded and put up. And in the past, we did it a little bit with like the Elden Ring stuff. Or I would take it upon myself when he's streaming Elden Ring to us in Discord. I would just record that shit on my end in OBS and
That's
give him some edits because they're so fucking
And I
funny.
appreciate that for you because it actually like jump started a lot for me. I think it's funny. I'm not gonna shit on nobody, but I'm in the YouTube space now, And a lot of my on my like gaming channel, I see a lot of like other people's gaming clips. And I was like, you guys are fucking weak with this shit. If I came into the game, you guys are done for. Not to be competitive or anything, but I know what works. Like I've seen shit that goes viral, and it's not just me. It's not. I'm not gonna sit here and say like I'm the talent pool, but just me and the homies that you already know the homies that we play with games. We're just a stupid, nutty group of people that I think would just be entertaining to watch.
I really want to do a podcast with the Discord homies so bad. Oh, not, and I don't want to make it into a big thing, but like because I think the reason why we enjoy it is because it's private and we just like can just be free.
And that's the thing. Go ahead though.
But it's so fucking funny, and just the everybody's ideas. They're all such interesting people
Yeah.
that like it's not like you have to be a creator off of it. But just like getting the five of us in a call and just shooting the shit for an hour, then putting that online, I feel like would just one, it would make sure that we all talk to each other every week for an hour at least. Two, it's just so funny, and me being in the creator space, I see the fact that people do this. Like they're just friends who record what they like. They record themselves as they would be talking if they were in private, anyways. And then you just put that shit online, like package it nicely or whatever it is, and put it online. And it would just be so fucking funny.
And
But that's me being selfish and wanting more for my,
I'm okay with
like just
that.
wanting my friends to do
Yeah.
this kind of stuff
Yeah.
with me.
I'd be selfish in that manner too. I would be too. I would be too.
But yeah, go ahead. What else? What else you want to accomplish next year after a little bit getting back into the gaming
Oh,
content?
I guess people probably want to hear about this. I want to hear about it for myself, so I'm just going to speak on it. In terms of dance, I think there's a couple different
He's
areas.
quitting.
I'm fucking quitting everybody. Everybody sucks. I hate this shit. I don't want to fucking dance ever at all. No, I'm just kidding. That's what everybody wants to hear. No, I think I want to focus on a couple things in dance. One, um, shout outs to IC Infinity Crew. It's my breaking crew. I only there so I say it's a lifelong journey, but there is a timestamp on our bodies. And I got like I feel one last leg of it for me. And I think I have to devote it to and house. Breaking and house.
Yeah.
I deserve to do that, or I owe it to my crewmates and I owe it to myself to show up for breaking in that way. They accepted me with open arms. Like they knew how different I was coming in, and they still
Yeah.
accepted me.
How
They
bad you are at breaking? Yeah.
fuck you, Ars. You fucking sack of shit. Let me see you do a 6-step. You're gonna look like a fucking newborn deer trying
I
to run around.
will. I'll be like a deer in hell. It's like, where do my feet go?
I'm fucking dead. Nah, but shout outs to Infinity Crew. They accepted me for just who I was, and they even when I can't get my head out my own ass during practices, they still like do the whole uplifting of the chin. Say, bro, just be you, like just do you. And I feel like I owe it to them, owe it to myself to give a final leg of the run at breaking. And then house, I just love house music. Like
Yeah.
house music encapsulates so much freedom. House dance too. Yeah, I would advise, like, you already listen to uh reggaeton and everything, and you just know how that gets the feet moving.
It
So
does every time.
it's like that for me too. So in terms of dance, that's what I want to do. Everything else I'm still gonna do. But it's more for me. And that's kind of where the journey of dance is going for me anyway. Uh I'm kind of like I don't even really be pulling up the sessions nowadays too much. Or it's just really trying to get back into what does my brain want to do with it now? Because I think I subscribe to like, oh, I gotta be this, I gotta do that, I gotta look like this, I gotta keep tech sharp. And all that is great, but I need to figure out the source of it and the authenticity of it. And I feel like everything else will follow.
I feel that.
Yeah. And then let's see. What was the question again?
What are you trying to accomplish next year?
Oh, let's see. Just everything I mentioned earlier about going back to the question of who I want to be. I just want to be better at everything that I'm already doing. I hope to accomplish that by being intentional. See how that goes back with the model. SAT questions answered.
Oh my God. Essays answered. Got a 4 on the essay. That means it's good. I think
I got a fucking 2 or 3 on that bitch.
I'm pretty sure my AP history essay got like a 1.
A 1? No, it overheated.
And we are going to keep the camera on canvas for the last question of
please,
all podcast. And I ask everybody this. Ask repeated people this. What's one advice you'd like to give to somebody today?
Be intentional. Don't let the day get ahead of you. You get ahead of the day. Plan it. Just plan that shit out. Be intentional with everything that you do, the conversations you have, the actions you take. Be intentional about your future, the present moment, things that you learn from the past. That's it. You're going to be golden, baby. You're going to be golden.
Love that. Camus, once again, thank you for coming on the podcast. I appreciate you.
This is just part one, motherfucker. We're going to get to so much more. I need this motherfucker to dig into my dance lore, to everything. To everything. We need to get into so much shit. We're going to cap it right
one day
here.
I'm going to do this shit in person, so we don't have to worry about this stuff.
That is true. Or y'all could be in the chat and tell him to stop recording in 4K and that 1080 is fine. But hey, look, that's just me. That's the hill I'll die on. Hey,
maybe I should. This is the first time it's ever happened, though.
How the fuck does it happen on me? Why do I don't know.
Maybe it's just really hot in my room right now for some reason. But like, this is never like I've recorded for. Well, actually, to be honest, my camera. Okay, I'm gonna hit the end recording button.